So today we're going to talk about how my first few runs have gone since coming back from injury and how I've been doing it with only minimal footwear. How's it going, runners? My name is Justin Thompson. I'm your average running PT, and I help the average runner achieve their own personal elite status. If that's something that you guys are into, then go ahead and click that subscribe button and click the bell so you know when the next video comes out. So let's talk about, as I've been coming back from injury, what the process has been like and see kind of how it's been going wearing only minimal style footwear. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the process and how this has been going over the first week and give you guys a little bit of an update on how my training has been coming so far. But before I do that, I want to make a quick announcement. I have recently made a website which is going to have things such as training programs on that website. Now, as of right now, it only has a couple of pre-made training programs that are just for base building. Eventually, I will make more of these pre-made training programs, and also I might start doing like personalized training programs. So if you have a desire to hit a certain race and you've got a certain amount of time to do it, then I would make a program for that. Also, there could be personalized coaching in the future as well. So go to the website, just check it out real quick. It's very basic. There's not a lot to it. But if you're interested, there are some forms on there if you want to fill out and leave your information and tell me what you might be interested in terms of training programs to be made, or if you're interested in personalized training programs of some sort. Okay. But let's move into talking about my actual training over the last week. How's it been going after coming off the knee injury that I was dealing with? Because that knee injury was really, really annoying. And here's the honest truth. There's still a little bit of a twinge in my knee. And that's why if you look at my Strava, you're going to see that everything is really, really slow and not a lot of volume. Okay? So as of right now, I'm only doing walk jogs. I'm going really, really slow and not going far at all. Only doing about 15 to 20 minutes worth of running at this time. Just trying to get myself back into it and make sure that I don't flare something up. Also, what I mentioned was I am also going to be wearing minimal footwear as I do this return. Okay? As I do this return back to running, I don't want to hurt myself. And the thing about wearing minimal footwear is that it can absolutely help you with your running form. And that's what I want. I want my running form to be better. But it can also absolutely be dangerous if you do it incorrectly. So that's why I'm starting really slow, starting with really low volume, and I will build from there. Okay? But, so, how is it going wearing only minimal footwear? Well, what do I mean by minimal footwear, first of all? Well, I mean shoes that there's just not a lot to them, okay? So, for me, a minimal shoe has almost no stack height whatsoever, okay? So this one, it says online it's got like 7 millimeters of stack height. I'd venture to say it's even less than that. So, it's very, very, very minimal in the stack height, okay? No cushion at all. Secondly, it should have a wide toe box, okay? A wide toe box meaning your foot has a lot of room to spread, a lot of room to splay. This is how the foot was designed. As a physical therapist, I want my body to work the way that it was designed as much as possible. Normal running shoes tend to bring your toes inward to a point, and I don't like that. So I will definitely be enjoying the extra freedom in the foot to just allow it to spread and splay. So that's another aspect of minimal running shoes. Also, minimal running shoes are extremely, extremely flexible, okay? So this really allows for the foot to do all of the work. The shoe isn't adding any extra support. It isn't adding any extra spring. It's just me, my body, having to absorb all of the impacts and having to absorb and generate all of the force itself. I'm not relying on any spring. I'm not relying on any carbon plate. I'm not relying on any foam. Nothing, okay? It's just me and a very flexible shoe, okay? Now it's got a little bit of spring back just to hold its shape, but that's nothing, guys. Look, I mean, it folds back on itself. I can turn it into a burrito. I mean, it's really, really nothing to this shoe, okay? So how's it been going? So, as I said, it's been slow and it's been low volume, so it's been really, really easy. And when I first started, I did about 15 minutes, and of those 15 minutes, I probably ran for about 10 of them, and then walked for about 5, but it was just kind of alternating in between. And I was fine. My calves were not burning. They didn't feel really sore the next day. I was totally fine with that. And so what I'm happy about is that I think my connective tissues are still fairly strong. I didn't feel a ton of soreness. That generally means that my body hasn't, lost that strength and that fitness that it had before. Okay, so that's good news. Now with that good news, I can get really, really excited and decide I want to go a little faster. I have to resist the urge to do that, at least right now, okay? Because I'm still working on building a little bit more of that connective tissue strength. I'm not going to be able to go from 15 or 20 minutes of running up to 40 minutes of running, or I'm not going to go from 10 or 11 or 12 minute miles to suddenly doing 8-minute miles and be okay. It's just not going to happen right now, okay? So I have to slowly build this stuff back up. All right, so that's kind of how things are going with that. Now also, I'm doing a little bit more strength training right now. I'm doing 2 days a week of focused strength training, and not just on my legs. I'm also doing it for my upper body as well. And the way that I'm doing this is my wife and I were actually having some friends over and doing kind of group workouts at our house. And so when you've got a group of people, you're more accountable to what you're doing. So if I'm just doing it by myself, I'm gonna have a hard time getting it in. I know the importance of it, but still doesn't make it any more fun for me. I don't love strength training. I don't love lifting weights or things like that. So we've just been doing some extra strength work in our home gym, and that's been going really well. I do stuff with some friends of mine who are not quite in the same physical shape as I am, so it's been good for me to kind of ease into stuff and not just go in the gym and try and kill myself, right? So now I want to know how you guys ease yourself back into training after you've had a layoff from an injury. Tell me in the comments below, what injury did you have or have you had, and how did you slowly build yourself back up to normal fitness, making sure that you weren't going to overdo something and revert back to where you were being injured again. Okay, so leave me a comment down below. Tell me about that experience. Now that's all I've got for today, guys. Head on out there, seek your elite. God bless, and I will see you next time.